Okay, Romania now is considering a residency by investment program that would grant non-EU citizens a 5-year renewable residence permit in exchange for a minimum investment of 400,000 euros. This is according to Profit.ro, who claim to have analyzed the draft law. This came out in Emmy newsletter. I'm going to go through some points. I'm going to give you the advantages and disadvantages of this program. Now, the draft legislation reportedly outlines 4 eligible investment categories. I do like these categories they've got here. One of them is purchase of Romanian government bonds worth at least 400,000 euros with a minimum 5-year maturity. Acquisition of real estate valued at 400,000 euros or higher, maintained for at least 5 years. The other option is investments of 400,000 euros or more in financial supervisory authority. These are authorized investment funds. But the one I like the best is this last one. This is purchase of shares of Romanian listed companies worth a minimum of 400,000 euros. One reason I like this is the dollar has been really high. It has been dropping lately, but I think it's got a lot further to go. So if the equities do good, you might have a double whammy with the shift in the euro going up, against the dollar. I remember back in around 2008, right in there, it was the euro hit a high of around 161. In other words, €1 you could get $1.61 worth of U.S. dollars, and I think we're going to hit that, maybe even exceed it again. So this is a good program. I think that's the best option I would go on is the equities there and try to look at equities that are big ones that have low price earnings ratios. So this is an option there that you can choose. Now, the program would require the investors maintain their chosen investment throughout the 5-year permit validity period. The proposed residency permit would carry no minimum annual stay requirements in Romania. I do like that. This is allowing investors to retain their status without physically residing in the country. Now, 2 things I'm going to tell you here that I don't like, and that is if you live in Romania, they're going to tax you on your worldwide income if you live there. Now, you don't have to live there the whole time period, but to get the passport, you're going to have to actually maintain grounds there, and you're going to have to put enough time to be taxed on your worldwide income to do that. I can grant you on that because all the EU golden visa type programs, they have that gotcha. But the biggest one is this one. That is, you're going to have to learn that language. If you don't know that Romanian language, trust me, if you go in there for residency and that's it, and you're not concerned about the passport, and that's different, that's fine. But if you're planning on getting a passport, I would tell you, unless you know that language, forget it. So many better options. You're looking at, I've given them to several of these many times over, and that is Barbados is a real good one. English-speaking dual citizenship. You can get your taxes to zero using their non-dom system. Ireland's got the same sort of non-dom type program. They allow dual citizenship. Ireland's got one of the best passports in the world, a lot better than this one. And those 2, you don't have any language requirement. That's the thing I like about that. And that's what throws so many people out. And also Barbados's option is not 400,000 euros, but 300,000 US. That's a lot less. And then, you're looking at a place that most of the people speak English. Now, let me go through some other parts of this. And also, folks, if you can do us a big favor, we do not monetize our channel. So if you can do us a big favor, if you like our videos, give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button right on your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or a comment, just put it below. And if you want to legally get your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport as quick as 4 months to a year, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com, and just ask for some help. Now, applicants would need to prove the legal origin of their funds, avoid placement on any international sanctions list, and pass securities risk assessments. Now, Romanian authorities would mandate consultations with Romanian Intelligence Service, the SRI, also the Foreign Intelligence Service, the SEI, and the National Office for the Prevention and Combating of Money Laundering, that's also called the ONPCSB, before issuing permits. I can tell you just by looking at this that if you're a real private person, this will probably drive you nuts, because it looks like they're going to really dig in your stuff. And if you don't like a lot of government officials digging in every which way, this one will drive you nuts. I can already tell you about it. In fact, this looks like they're going to have more due diligence than any of the other ones that I've seen. And I can guarantee you they're going to have, worldwide checks on Interpol and things like this. That's on top of all this. So that's another thing you're going to have to think about. Investors would also be able to include their family members under the same permit. The draft law indicates that participants would gain access to permanent residency and after 5 years, and the possibility of applying for Romanian citizenship under the terms of Romanian citizenship law number 21/1991, though the precise timeline for citizenship eligibility remains ambiguous in the proposal. That's another thing I don't like. Boy, if they don't have really fine line times where you can get and apply for that passport, just forget it. This is too much crap. The language leaves uncertain whether visa or golden visa holders could apply. The language leaves uncertain whether golden visa holders could apply for citizenship immediately upon completing the 5 years of residency, or whether they would first need to obtain permanent residency status before becoming eligible to apply for naturalization. Standard Romanian citizenship law requires 8 years of legal residence for naturalization. That this period can be reduced by up to 3 years for applicants who demonstrate active participation in economic life, relevant educational achievements and cultural contributions, human rights promotion, social commitment, or voluntary work. Now, let's look at the legislation process. Now, the government drafted proposal must navigate Romanians' bicameral legislation process before becoming law. The bill would likely begin in the Senate before moving to the Chamber of Deputies as a decision chamber, given its subject matter involving residence, citizenship, and investment policy. Parliamentary committees would review the draft first. Economic Affairs, Legal, and National Security committees would examine the proposal and invite experts and government representatives to debate and potentially amend the text. Now, both chambers would vote on the legislation in sequence. The Senate would conduct the initial review and vote, and the Chamber of Deputies would deliver the final legislation decision. The Constitutional Court would review the law before it takes final form. If members of Parliament or certain institutions request a compliance check, a probable step given the program's implications for EU law, residency rights, and security screening procedures. Now, one other thing I want to tell you, too, that they don't mention here that you need to take in mind, I've told this to several people, that if you do go here and you get the passport, remember this is an EU country. So if the EU comes out, and I think they're going to do this probably in the next 5 years, 10 years max, I think they're going to be the next series of countries, and I think they're going to make all the countries in the EU do this, where they're going to start taxing based on citizenship like the U.S. does. And if you've got that passport and they come out with this law, I guarantee you they will not grandfather you, that you will be in a tax trap, which means that to get out of the passport, you would have to relinquish it, just like a U.S. passport is to get out of their taxes. You would have to relinquish that citizenship program if they start taxing you based on citizenship. And it could be a heavy tax. It could be 50% of your money. They could put all kinds of crap in here. And you could try to get out. But most of these countries, when they come out with programs like this, you're in a tax trap, man. They make it retroactive. So, and the countries that are most likely to do this are EU countries. So this is another thing you need to think about. Now, after parliamentary approval, the President of Romania would have 20 days to sign or return the bill for re-examination through the President, though the President cannot permanently veto legislation that passes a second parliamentary vote. All right, now the government would promulgate the law through publication in Romania's official gazette. Relevant ministries, including Interior, Economy, and Finance, would then issue methodological norms detailing application procedures, fees, due diligence, protocols, and monitoring requirements. Now, Romania's proposal joins a wave of new investor residency programs countries launched in 2025. The Maldives announced its first investor visa program in July, requiring approximately $250,000 in property investment. And that was a bad passport too. The Trump administration introduced the Gold Card suite in February, offering permanent residency options ranging from $1 million to $5 million. Both the Gold Card and Maldives program remain in pre-launch stages without final regulatory frameworks. Now, Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, they launched golden visa programs early this year, starting at $300,000 and $250,000 respectively. The United Arab Emirates expanded its existing golden visa in October to include philanthropists supporting national endowments, making Romania's proposal the fifth major residency by investment initiative in 2025. Again, folks, the thing you're going to have to look about on this is if you get the passport, to do that, they're going to require you to stay there long enough to be taxed on your worldwide income. And you're going to, the biggest thing I hate is is having to learn that language. That's going to make you really, if you go there for that purpose to get the passport, I think you're going to regret it. Stick with countries that you already know the language, where you don't have that hassle. That's the biggest hassle when you get a second passport, is trying to learn a language to fulfill the language requirement. If you want to know more on this, go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Just ask for some help. And folks, again, we don't monetize our channel. It would help us out tremendously. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up and share the videos with your friends. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen. You'll get new videos automatically as they come out. I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, put it below. And I look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.